Thank you very much for the opportunity. I would like to greet the kings and the queens and the members of the royal houses that are present in our Zoom meeting. I would also like to extend my profound greetings to the leadership of IDO. Thank you very much for allowing me to come and speak and engage on this particular platform that is very important internationally. Thank you, my royal brother. Thank you very much. Bayete. I would also extend my greetings to dignitaries and protocol observed, to other people from the diaspora. We say Bayete, Bayete, Bayete.
Bayete.
Indeed, one speaker said it is a historic day today. It is a historic day to our brothers and sisters in the continent and the diaspora. I would like to coin what I'm going to talk about, the theme to be celebrating our rejections. We are the people of the continent that are rejected wherever we are, anywhere in the world. We are rejected. But our problem is that we don't understand why we are rejected or we are so much hated. That is our biggest mistake and our biggest problem as the people of the continent of Africa. These things are happening precisely for the following: that we are the God-chosen people. God gave us what we call melanin. And this melanin, it makes you to connect with the cosmos. It makes you to connect with the waters. It makes you to be the seer, to be the prophet. No other person has that who does not originate from this continent. It's only us. And we should pride ourselves. Thus, I say, celebrating rejection. Because if you find yourself in this position, you should celebrate that rejection to say, indeed, I'm the chosen one. God went further to give us to be the custodians of the minerals that you find in this continent. All these minerals, you cannot find it in any continent except this continent. But what do? We are saying we are rejected as the people of color. We want to align ourselves with people who are indeed rejected even in heaven, because we are the same with the Creator. We are spiritual. We are the people that God entrusted us with this land that is so rich, with this land that is so powerful, with all these minerals. But what did we do again? We decided to align ourselves with the people who were never entrusted with such magnitude minerals and resources in this continent. I would like us to go back to our theme today that says Roots of Africa, recognizing our culture, our traditions and customs, and our diversity. Yes, we are given this culture, we are given these traditions, we are given these customs by the same Creator. because he knows that we are a spiritual nation. He knows that we do not dwell into sin. If you can go back to the Old Testament, you'll understand. It talks about me and you. If you go to Israel, those people that, the Leviticus, those people that lived in Israel, it's me and you. When we talk about the same Jesus that they are talking about, it is the same Jesus that has the same color because he lives in Abyssinia, here in Ethiopia. He studied in Ethiopia. He came to study Christianity here. But where did he live? He came from Israel, the same place where our forefathers came from. Yes, Congo, it is the cradle of humankind. Yes, that's where we come from. But God blessed us. We should never feel rejected. Yes, slavery happened. I want to talk about slavery. It is estimated that from 1650, 1860, more than 13 million enslaved Africans were hijacked and forced to Americas. Our people were forcefully taken to slavery. The weeping willow trees, if they could speak, these willow trees could say a lot. The rivers and the seas, if they could speak, they could say a lot. The cries of our brothers and sisters in those slave ships, the cries of our people that were not taken as slaves, their tears, if they could be measured, they would fill the rivers and the oceans of our continent. Other regions where our brothers and sisters were forcefully taken to, many of our people didn't survive or accepted the fact that they were taken into slavery. They jumped those ships because of pride. They opted to die or to be taken as slaves. It is estimated that 12% didn't survive in those horrific voyages. Stripped naked, crammed in like sardines. As the result, many of our brothers and sisters succumbed to various diseases. Africa is a continent, not a country. It is the world's second largest, second most popular continent. Quite often slaves would be forced to lay on their waists. Our brothers and sisters were taken to the Caribbean, Americas, and North America. This became known as Atlantic slave trade. Slavery is dehumanizing. Its sole purpose is about free labor to produce profit. Some slave masters also used Christianity to help control their slaves. If you refer to the Bible, the verse Peter 2 to verse 18, Ephesians 6 to 5, Titus 2 to 9, Peter 2 to 13. Christianity, I quote, slaves, obey your earthly masters with deep respect and fear, and serve them sincerely as you would serve the Christ. Ephesians 6, verse 5, NLT. Africans captured in Angola were mostly shipped to Brazil. Most of those captured in West Africa were shipped to North America and the Caribbean. Slave trades brought and sold men and women and children. We should never forget what happened to our brothers and sisters in those countries. Some of them, they became strange fruits hanging in the trees as they were hanged by these cruel people. Some of them, they were victims of picnic. If you understand what is picnic, picnic is pick a nigger so that we are able to sit somewhere next to the river. Then we see how we kill a nigger. It's called pick a nigger. Today, on behalf of the kings and the queens, the chiefs that accepted the mere mirrors, because today our brothers, you find them in the slave trade because these foolish kings and the chiefs who did not understand what was happening, they sold their souls, they sold our brothers for just mere mirrors and fake jewelries. Little did they understood where they were sitting, the minerals underneath, how much they worth. They could have stood up and said no as principal kings, but unfortunately, these are people who are selfish, who sold our brothers and sisters to those criminals who came to took their land and their countries very late. As the king of Embo, Embo simply means the cradle of humankind. I want to profoundly extend my apologies, extend our invitation for cleansing of our brothers and sisters. If opportunities is granted, I further extend the invite for them to come back to our country, to our region in the continent. And this is your home, my brothers who are in the diaspora. Please, I humble myself to you, my brothers and sisters. Me and you are one people. There is no distance between us. We are one people. We cannot allow what happened during the slavery. That must divide us. We are one people. The continent is yours. Feel free to come back. Re-own it. Come back to develop it. It is yours. My brothers and sisters, I am sorry. I'm deeply, deeply sorry for what my predecessors did to you who are in the diasporas. I'm very sorry. I humble myself. Yes, you see me sitting, but I'm on my knees. I'm on my knees to say, please forgive those who did not know what they were doing. It is time, after 400 years, that we must forgive them. Let's meet and do the rituals to cleanse you so that you come back to our people. You come back home, because most of you, the surnames that you are carrying are not yours. You need to reconnect and know who are you. I liked what T.D. Jakes did. T.D. Jakes, what he did, he went and looked for his origin. He came back and said, I am an Igbo. Embo. So what I would, in closing, I would say, apologies for everything. We are saying we are sorry on behalf of the kings. I know that one of my counterparts is not well. Zwelithini is in the hospital. But I think in this one, you would agree with me that we are sorry. We are sorry because some of them were taken during the times of the slavery of Shaka here. Some of them were taken in other regions. Some of them, they ended up in these slave trades. But these are one people who come from the Congo. I am saying on behalf of all the kings and all the queens and all the royals, we are sorry. We are sorry. Please, let's meet. I want to extend to my president to say, can you please organize a day where we all meet? Yes, God has given us powers to do all this spiritual work. I am honored to be one of those people that God has honored me with the spiritual powers. But I am prepared to relinquish those powers to cleanse our brothers and sisters wherever they are. Be it in Brazil, be it in Panama, be it wherever in the in the diaspora. Let's do it. In closing, I would like us to remember that we are a spiritual people. We are the God-fearing people. We are the chosen people. If we can go back to the basics of us being a nation of God, if we adhere to spirituality that connects with God, but not with statues or demons or whatever, but that connects with God, we will be able to build a spiritual nation that has a spiritual connection in terms of customs, traditions, and culture. And all of us would be able to think the same way and will be able to understand that we are people of Angoni. What is the meaning of Angoni? It simply means people who do not dwell into sin. My brother, this is a very important platform. What you have done, may God and the gods that were entrusted to be the caretakers of this continent bless you and your family for generations and generations to come. You are blessed. I see my queen next to you. I bless you for generations to generations to come. No curse will befall onto your family. No curse will befall on your family. No curse will befall on your family. I say bayete, bayete, bayete. Bayete.
Bayete,
Bayete.
allow me, with all due respect to my senior leader, His Royal Majesty King Bhungane III, the King of Embo. Indeed, when this journey dream started, I thought in me, the only king alive that I know will address this issue would be King Bhungane III. I was not wrong. My ancestors led me to him. Bayete, my senior, Bayete, our king. We appreciate on behalf of all of us, the apology that you have made is very, very important to us. Kings normally don't apologize, but to see you go to your knees, who am I? Who are we? That is leadership by example. Bayete, my king, long live my king. On behalf of IDO Network, you'll be leading us to Panama to make this journey. I thank you so much and all the kings present for accepting to come here and speak to our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. With respect to all our traditions, our ancestors, IDO will work closely with Embo Kingdom and all our traditional leaders to do whatever we can within our generation. But you are our leader, Bayete.